Hi, this is Shandra. I'm about to show you some of the features of the ZooMax Snow 12. Now there's a lot of videos out there on this product and a lot of them are more polished than mine, but I like to give you a real representation of what it would be like if you bought this product, the first time using it, figuring it out just like we're doing. So first off, to turn on the ZooMax, you press and hold the power button for 3 seconds. That's also the way you turn it off. You press and hold for 3 seconds. A single tap of the power button puts it in standby mode. So I'm gonna press and hold, 1, 2, 3, and let go. And now it's coming on. I didn't time that, but what, 5 seconds? Maybe a little longer? Still coming up. All right, now I've got part of the product instructions in here, but you can see that it turned on into like CCTV mode. If you need to focus, you just take your finger and tap the screen and it'll autofocus, but you can zoom in and zoom out with these buttons down here on the bottom. So here's the plus sign, so I'm gonna get plus. Going a little bit bigger. And that's at 15x right there. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a focus. That's about as focused as we're gonna get apparently. Let's see how big it goes. 16, 17, 19. Okay, so 19x is your max magnification. And if we go all the way down, 2.5x is the smallest magnification. So even if you put it on here, you're gonna get some magnification. There's a contrast mode button right here. So we're in regular video mode. That looks like dark mode where it's, you know, black background with white text. I would say this is high contrast mode, which is great for printed material. A little bit crisper. It's definitely not video quality. It's magnified all the blacks. All right, blue background with white text. White background with blue text. Dark background with yellow text. Yellow background with black text. Dark background with green text. Green background with black text. Thought we'd been here already, but apparently not. Dark blue background with yellow text. Yellow background with dark blue text. And back to video mode. Okay, so now we went through all the contrast modes. So pretty much if you're gonna use this as a CCTV to read printed material, this is where we're at. So zoom in, zoom out, we have a light. Okay, so now we're gonna do some real world examples. I always think you should bring your own stuff to any product demonstration so that you get a real world, test of things that you might read. So I've got a book of short stories, including Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And I've got this turned on. All right, you notice it's real blurry. We tap the screen and then it will focus. Actually, I'm gonna start by reading the left side. So this is in regular video mode and I can read that just fine. Zoom in, zoom out. But I'm gonna change this to, here's dark mode. Zoom in, zoom out. And actually I'm gonna go one more to high contrast. All right. I can see this just fine. On the 9th of January, now 4 days ago, I received by the evening delivery a registered envelope addressed in the hand of my colleague and old school companion, Henry Jekyll. So this is real easy. One thing I did read is that you can turn off the contrast modes you don't need. So when I need to go back to the video mode, if I didn't need all these extra colors, I could take some of those out of the menu options. All right. Now I've got my handy crushed red pepper, which I like to use as an example because this has got a recipe on the back. So assuming that you were trying to read a prescription bottle, I think this would be pretty clear. All right, so there's the crushed red pepper and there's the recipe. 5x, even at 6x, I can see that pretty good. Let's see if we get any more focus out of it. Oh yeah, it got a little bit crisper. Mix 2 cups each, cooked chicken and shredded cheddar cheese, 1 cup chopped tomato, 1/4 cup chopped green onions, and a 1/2 teaspoon each crushed red pepper. So that was pretty easy to read this bottle. Now I've got pudding, and if you can see here, this is tiny writing. I picked this out because this is really little. All right, so let's put this under here. Oh, wow. Okay. Because it's a box, I can't get it any further away. So maybe if you had a big box, you might actually need to take this off the stand and raise it yourself, because 2.5x is the smallest, but I can read that clearly. I'm gonna zoom in a little. Pour 2 cups of skim milk in a bowl, add mix with a whip, rotary beater, or electric mixer. So you can see this little small pudding box that I'm gonna put here on the end, pretty much maybe 3 inches, filled the entire screen of the Snow 12, which is 12 inches. So that's really easy to read. So if you need to read ingredients or anything. Now let's practice writing. One of the things that they boast about on their website is that this can help you if you can't read your own writing. Now I'm a left-handed person, so Michael's gonna have to go all the way around me there. All right, so I could see how that would help if you were making a list or something like that and you couldn't read your writing. You could use this for magnification to see things. Okay, so one feature that I didn't know until recently is that this has a long distance viewing camera too. So if you are walking through the halls of your school or walking through a building and you need to see the signs, or you're standing at a restaurant, fast food restaurant, you need to see the menu up top, this has a long distance camera. And what you do to activate that is you flip it over upside down. And of course, I'm just zoomed into my kitchen there. And then you've still got your magnification buttons on top. You would still press the screen to focus and zoom in and out this way. And that activates the distance viewing camera. So lighting is probably gonna be key, but I think at like a fast food restaurant, those menus are high contrast. They're pretty bright and backlit, so I think this would probably be pretty helpful in that scenario. Maybe seeing the board, like maybe if you were sitting in the front row, that this would help you if you could see the board if you were in a meeting or a classroom. And then to go back to regular, you just flip it around. So that was a review of the ZooMax Snow 12. And if you're looking for a great portable kind of mini CCTV, obviously a comparable product to this would be to look at if you could do the same things with an iPad. You know, the new 12-inch, iPad Pros, probably with their Retina screens, have good visual displays and do a lot of other features. But then again, if you just need a simple device that just handles magnification, this does it well. It's very simple to use. The stand is great. All the carrying stuff is great. I was really happy with this product. And I think this is a lot of versatility, especially for people that don't want all the bells and whistles of an iPad and are looking for something simpler. A lot of businesses won't let you have things that get on the internet. So of course, this is a great device because it doesn't do that. And you can purchase this at palmervision.com, a lot of various other sites. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below and we'll do our best to answer them. I hope this helps.